Just before we get started, you guys might remember my last video, which was about 10 months ago now. That video is currently sat on 57,000 views, which is nuts. I never thought I'd have a video do that well, so big thanks to all of you for making that so successful. Obviously it's been a long time, 10 months is quite a while. Some of you probably forgot you even subscribed or forgot about that video, so welcome back. I was away for a while for two major reasons, the first being that my old PC was garbage and made working on videos extremely restrictive, and secondly, I now work on racing games as my full-time job, so as you can imagine that's been my main focus for a little while now. I do still want to cover TDU and do some YouTube stuff though. I have been waiting for this game for 11 years, so let's get back to it, shall we? Think of this video as a bit of a checkpoint before the big TDUSC news kicks off on the road to launch. Quite a few people in my comment section last video were actually learning the game exists for the first time, which was quite surprising to me. So let's start by answering the title of this video straight up. Where are we at with Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown? Well, right now, we currently have 3 cinematic CG trailers, as well as the official website, testdriveunlimited.gg. All of those things will be linked in the description, and if you've seen all of those, then you're pretty much up to speed with the official content. We haven't had news for a little while. If you're really interested in this game and want to know all the fine details, my boy Alex7 covers absolutely everything on his YouTube channel. So if you want hours of TDU content, check that out. Alternatively, if you want more concise coverage, I've covered pretty much everything that's happened so far on my own channel. There's only a handful of videos, so you can get caught up to speed on this game in less than an hour by watching my backlog alongside all the trailers. So the most recent piece of Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown major news that we got was the Welcome to Hong Kong Island trailer, which also dropped alongside the debut of the official website during last year's Nacon Connect. This trailer showed us the Streets and Sharps clan system, the Hong Kong Island 1:1 scale map, nightclubs, rooftops, and we got a brief look at some of the mission types to expect. Me and Alex7 also got wrecked with our map predictions. Rest in peace, Tenerife. Gone but never forgotten. Now, we're going to have a quick fly around Hong Kong Island in Flight Simulator in the background. This should give us a good idea of the vibe and scale of the map. It is going to be smaller than previous iterations of Test Drive Unlimited maps. Fun fact, it's actually roughly the same size as GTA 5's map. Hong Kong Island is about 78 square kilometers in real life, and we know it's built to a 1:1 scale in game, so the size should match up. GTA 5's map is 75 square kilometers, so TDUSC should be just that little bit bigger. But if you're familiar with GTA's map like I am, that's a good way to imagine the size of this Hong Kong Island map. I was originally a bit disappointed at the map size when it was revealed. TDU 1 and 2 are a lot bigger. However, since I've gotten into racing game development myself, I now appreciate how much of a massive job it is to even create this map. There's quite a few people speculating that the map is going to be more than Hong Kong Island. I think this is honestly a pretty ridiculous expectation. When you look at how many streets and buildings need to be modelled by hand, it's insane. No racing games have a map that large and detailed as mainland Hong Kong would be, and any racing game maps that you can think of that are bigger have way lower density and detail. Also, when you look at the trailer title and the announcement tweet, I think they've been pretty clear by specifically mentioning Hong Kong Island by name. I'm really excited to see what the team at KT have managed to pull off with this map, and it shouldn't be too long before we see it, but we'll get to that a little bit later, as first I want to take a quick look at the Streets and Sharps clans. We have a few details and clues about this on the website, and it seems to be pointing towards the Sharps being your more conservative, super rich boomers, whilst the Streets clan are your annoyingly equally super rich TikTok and Instagram influencers that put these wheels on a G-Wagon. I mean, why? Don't. But yeah, it says here on the website that both sides share the same passion for luxury, which means both sides are going to be obnoxiously rich, and probably all the characters are going to be unbearable. And you know what? I'm down with that. That is the TDU spirit. If you don't hate every character in the game, you aren't playing a racing game storyline. So yeah, I embrace the cringe, whether it's NFS or The Crew or whatever. We enjoy racing game stories because of the B-movie tier, stupid writing and silly fun. I'm down for it. I have seen some people theorise that the Streets clan will instead be this more underground style racing group. They do use the word underground on the website, but rather than it being like JDM street racing style, I definitely expect that it'll instead be more like insufferable crypto investors driving whatever the colour on this Range Rover is. What is that? What is that? I hate it. There are some more details in this trailer and on this website, but honestly, it's a cinematic CG trailer, and these are never accurate to gameplay or the contents or the features of the final game. The studio that made the 3 cinematic TDUSC trailers that we have so far is actually the same studio that made the CG trailers for The Crew 1 and 2. And yeah, these trailers, especially the Crew 2 one, which you're seeing on screen right now, these are pretty far off from what we see in the final game. So just be careful when speculating around these trailers. Me and Alex have fallen foul to that before. I'm being a little bit more careful now. It's awesome that everyone's excited. I'm super excited too. But judging the final feature set of the game based on these trailers might leave you disappointed once gameplay does get revealed. So my advice to everyone, let's not overthink things too much. Let's see what they've got when they reveal gameplay. Speaking of revealing gameplay, we all know that E3 is dead at this point. It's been officially cancelled this year. E3 is not an option. This leaves us with 3 primary events where I think we can see some TDUSC news. The first big gaming event coming up is Summer Games Fest. This had a big 2-hour reveal show last year with loads of game announcements and trailers. I think this is a primary candidate for them dropping a new trailer on us. This is going to be taking place in June this year, but as of the creation of this video, there's no final date for that just yet. After that, we have Nacon Connect. This has taken place for the last 2 years now, and I think this one is pretty much guaranteed to give us some news. We got TDUSC news on both the 2020 and 2021 show. Nacon Connect has always taken place in the first week of July. This is a little bit concerning for me as I'm going to be on holiday for the first 6 days of July, so I actually might not be here for this one. That'd be a shame, but yeah, I really expect this one to happen. It might be a gameplay trailer, it might be a gameplay demo, it might be the pre-orders going live. Could be anything, but I'm sure it's going to happen. Finally, we've got Gamescom Opening Night Live. This is another big games industry show taking place at the very end of August. This would be a month before TDUSC's release date. Now, obviously, this feels too late to reveal gameplay or push pre-orders live, but we might see additional news or an additional announcement here, but I think it's a bit less likely than the other 2 events that I mentioned beforehand. It cannot be long now, folks, before we hear something. There is less than 5 months to the current release date of the game, so we have to hear something soon. Even if it ends up being an announcement of a delay, that would still have to come up pretty soon. I'm of course not against them taking more time to finish the game if they need it. Game development is really tough, and I hope the folks at KT get all the time they need. I hope they're not overworking like crazy. I would say if we haven't seen gameplay or pre-orders pushed live by Nacon Connect, I would then be expecting this release to get pushed back. But for now, don't panic. There's still plenty of time. There's still plenty of events where they can show off this game before launch. That's going to do it for this little housekeeping video. If you enjoyed yourself or any of my past work, I'm getting really close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you could help out with that, I'd super appreciate it. If not though, no worries. I hope you all have a good rest of the week, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.